Ladies, I'm here on the champ, and I'm here to talk about Game 4 of this Nlds Division Series, and we have our first team clinched for the championship series. The New York Mets beat the Philadelphia Phillies here today, 4-1. Behind one big swing's what won this game for the New York Mets. Francisco Lindor with a grand slam. Man, it's gonna feel good for New York right now, especially Lindor. You know, through most of that trade, he's been getting crapped on for being terrible, overrated. But this year, having a really good year, and then hits the grand slam there. Had to feel really good for him. Just this Mets team, just who would have thought from where they started this year that they would have made the National League Championship Series? Not me. But the Phillies, man, you can only have a bases loaded situation so many times. They got through one or two before then. You're not going to get out every single one of them. Carlos Estevez, that was a pretty bad pitch right there. Middle. Lindor beat him to the spot, but man, Carlos Estevez hasn't really been good for the Phillies since he got traded there, man. He just hasn't been. Their bullpen really wasn't good this series. Their starters did all they could. I mean, Ranger Suarez pitched 4.1 scoreless innings. Zach Wheeler throws 7 scoreless, I think 7 scoreless in this series. Aaron Nola didn't pitch great. He was through only 4 runs, though. It's just the offense didn't show up for the Phillies in this series. Only 1 run today. They got those back-to-back walks to start the 9th, and didn't do anything else, man. It's like the Phillies collapsed like the Eagles last year, and the Phillies overall in this, besides Game 2 in this series, their offense was bad, man. They batted .204 in this series. For guys like JT Realmuto and Brandon Marsh were combined 0 for 9 in this series. Realmuto walked once. Alec Bohm was a 1 for 10. Like, you had guys there that didn't step up. Like, I mean, for the Phillies, man, it was a great start to the regular season. Second half of the season was inconsistent. I don't know. They were just the Mets were the hottest team, one of the hottest teams with the Tigers heading into the playoffs, and the Mets took it to the bullpens of the Braves, Brewers, and Phillies. They took it to the bullpens of all of them on all those teams. But as for the Phillies, mentioned their window's closed, man, and you'll not convince me otherwise. They need a massive roster shift for you to open the window, and that roster shift relies on a lot of depth and a lot of moves and health factors you can't project for. The window for the Phillies is closed, ladies and gentlemen, and somebody's got to have accountability for this for Philadelphia. Manager, the players, somebody's got to have accountability. Realmuto walked twice, I think, in this series. Yeah, they had, as a team, only 4 total hits for 1 run in the 4th inning. That's because Vientos bobbled a ball. That's the only run the Phillies got. New York had 8 total hits for 4 runs. Scored their 4 runs in the 6th with that grand slam. Philadelphia done a good job, get a few bases loaded jams early, but if you load the bases 3 times, it's not going to go your way every single time. And that starts with the manager, Rob Thompson. We're going to talk about you, sir. So Jeff Hoffman gets out of the inning. He's wild that inning. He's not throwing many strikes. And for some reason, they keep Jeff Hoffman in the game. That was a really, really crucial point of this baseball game, I thought. They left him in too long. They put him in, then they put Carlos Estevez in, bases loaded, I think with 1 out. And that's a bad pitch right there, man. He hasn't been good for the Phillies. I saw some stat like 23 innings, 14 runs, or something like that. 14 innings, 23 runs. I think it was 23 innings, 14 runs. Not all of them earned, obviously, but he's not a good job with inherited runners. So Ranger Suarez battled out there, man. He allowed a lot of traffic, but 5 hits, 0. That's the big K. 0 earned runs. 4 walks, 8 strikeouts. And they're going to have plenty of work to do, man, in the offseason. They can't run it back. Not with so many holes in the lineup. Get some grinders who know how to manufacture runs with situational hitting, taking pitches, and you gotta fix the bullpen as well. Like, how many base runners did Rangers was now? Like 9 base runners? But the right team won. I mean, Mets are the better team right now. The Phillies lineup and bullpen were both disastrous. Like 0 out of 10 for both of them. Like, you get a 0 out of 10 effort from the bullpen and the lineup. Like, people are not going to look at this group the same way until they win a title, which is unfortunate for them. Ranger Suarez was a dog out there tonight. He allowed that traffic, but he was able to get out of it. They just haven't had that spark since second half of the year. And I feel bad for Ranger Suarez because unacceptable performance by the rest of them outside of him, but the bullpen and the poor decisions below it. Everyone not named Bryce Harper, Zach Wheeler, Ranger Suarez should be embarrassed in this series. The Mets just always win when they're behind, man. It feels like that. Jeff Hoffman comes out, 1 inning, 1 hit, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Got the final 2 outs of that inning, but then idiot manager kept him out there for the next inning. And it backfired. Carlos Estevez. 0.2 innings pitch, 1 hit, 1 earned run, no walks, 1 strikeout. That 1 hit was a pretty big hit. Orion Kirkering, 1 inning, 1 hit, no earned runs, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Matt Strand. 1 inning, no hits, no earned runs, no walks, no strikeouts. For the offense, man, just a completely unacceptable effort here. You get 0 for 4. Kyle Schwarber, 0 for 4. Trey Turner combined 0 for 8 there. Bryce Harper, 1 for 3 and a walk. Castellanos, 2 for 4. Alec Bowman, 0 for 3 and a walk. He went, 1 for 15 in this series? Like, what did he go, 1 for 15? I don't know about Alec Bowman, man. The offense stunk, the bullpen stunk. The only thing that was good was the starting pitching. But remember the trade deadline when all they did was trade for Carlos Estevez, really, and Austin Hayes, and I said that wouldn't be enough. Turns out I know more than their owner, Dave Dombrowski. Really freaking bozo. They said the deadline would it save this team? Probably not, because they wasted so much money on players like Walker, and the players just Alabama had a really good start of the season, but second half he fell off. Bronson Stott hasn't been that guy you expected. Trey didn't show up. Bone, JT, all those guys didn't show up, man. Like, I don't know what you do, man. I don't know what you do. JT Realmuto, 0 for 2, 2 walks. Yeah, he drew 2 walks. What else he do? Nothing. Bronson Stott, 0 for 3 and a walk. What you do this series? Oh yeah, you got a triple? Who cares? Weston Wilson, 0 for 3. They're going to need some people in the outfield, man. They cannot have this guy start a playoff game next year. Pinch hitting, Cody Clemens, 0 for 1, and Brandon Marsh, 1 for 4. And Philly's season is over. Jose Quintana goes 5 innings, 2 hits, no earned runs, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. This is a really good pitcher's duel, it felt like, through the first few innings. Quintana and Ranger Suarez going back and forth. And Quintana's been good since September, man. He's been really good. Then we go to Reed Garrett, 0.2 innings pitch, no hits, no earned runs, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Then we go over here to David Peterson. It was 2.1 scoreless, 2 hits, no earned runs, no walks, and 1 strikeout. Been really good in bulk innings, it feels like, this year. Not this year, this postseason. A big biter on. Edwin Diaz, 1 inning, no hits, no earned runs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Got a little bit nervous there for Edwin Diaz, you know. Also, those first 2 batters, when he gets strikeout, fly out, strikeout. So the offense, Lindor 2 for 5, 4 RBIs on the grand slam. Vientos 2 for 4 and a walk. Nemo 0 for 3 and a walk. Alonso 2 for 3 and a walk. Iglesias 0 for 3 and a walk. Martinez 1 for 4. Marte 0 for 2 and Watt. Taylor 1 for 3 and Walk, and Alvarez 0 for 4. But yeah, the Mets are going to the NLCS, man. They'll either be playing the Padres, or if my Dodgers can come back, which I'll be recapping them later tonight. So if they lose, though, you're going to be in for a fun recap tonight. If they win, still in for a good recap. So you guys win no matter what. But if we lose, yeah, we'll expect a rant. But who would have thought the Mets would make the freaking season, man? It's like a 2019 Nationals vibe. When they started the season off horrible, and then they made this big run. The Mets started horrible, made this big run. Like their record wasn't as bad as that 2019 Nationals team that made a huge run, made the World Series, won it all. But the Mets were 10 games better than the Phillies over the last 4 months of the regular season. They started bad, but then they picked it up. Starting pitching's been great, and that's really helped them with Chaminade, Jose Quintana, guys like that. And then David Peterson's been a help as well in the offense. They're just such a good comeback team. So yeah, 4-1 Mets win. So that's all to say here. This series is over. So our first division series is over. So yeah, that's all to say here. So leave a like, comment, subscribe for more. Till next time out. Peace. I'll see you guys for the Royals Yankees recap later, and then my Dodgers against the Padres game 4 later tonight. Hopefully we force game 5. So yeah, peace.